The strange thing was not that people were talking about you. The strange thing was how confident they were. They spoke as if they already knew how your story would end. They watched every move you made. They waited for you to fail. They shared rumors about people who you have never met. Somehow, they seemed certain that your downfall was only a matter of time. At first, you could not understand it. You had done nothing to them. You were simply trying to rebuild your life after a difficult season. You were working quietly, avoiding drama, keeping your plans to yourself. Yet every time you took a small step forward, something happened. A client suddenly changed their mind. A business opportunity disappeared without explanation. Someone you trusted started acting strangely. It felt like invisible hands were pulling doors shut right in front of you. The the worst part was that nobody could prove anything. Whenever you questioned it, people smiled and pretended to know nothing about it. So you stopped asking questions. Instead, you focused on surviving. Then something unusual began to happen. The people who seemed so confident before started becoming nervous. Their conversation changed, their smile became forced. They began checking on you in ways that felt unnatural. One person never cared about your well being suddenly wanted to know how your business was doing. Another started asking mutual friends whether you were planning something new. It was as if they were searching for information, as if they were afraid and still did not understand why. Then the truth started revealing itself piece by piece. A woman who had once joined the group against you got into an argument with one of them. During the fight, secrets came out. She exposed things nobody was supposed to know. Names were mentioned, conversations were repeated, plans were revealed. That was when people discovered not that was when people discovered something shocking. The same individuals who had spent years trying to damage your reputation had been secretly working against one another's will. The lies they created about you had become so normal to them that they started lying to each other too. Nobody trusted anyone anymore. The group that once looked united was falling apart from the inside. One person accused another of stealing money. Another claimed someone had manipulated documents. Old messages resurfaced. Private recording appeared. Secrets hidden for years suddenly became public. The damage was devastating. People who had once stood People who had once stood shoulder to shoulder were now blaming one another for everything. Friendship ended. Business partnership collapsed. Families became divided. The very trap they built for someone else had become their own prison. And through all of it, your name kept coming up. Not because you were involved, but because people finally realized something. Every accusation they made against you had never been supported by evidence. Everything was built on gossip, jealousy, and assumptions. The more people investigated, the clearer it became. You had been telling the truth all along. One evening, a man who had participated in spreading the rumor sat alone in his car outside a small restaurant. He watched you walk inside. He looked peaceful, not rich, not famous, not powerful, just peaceful. As some and somehow that bothered him more than anything. After after everything they had done, you were still standing. Meanwhile, the people who started the attack were dealing with problems they never expected. Their own secrets were destroying them. Their own choices were catching up with them. Their own actions had become the source of their suffering. For the first time, he understood something he should have never he had never realized in years. Nobody had nobody had needed to fight for them. Nobody had needed to revenge. The damage was already built into their actions. Every lie created consequences. Every betrayal carried a cost. Every attempt to destroy another person left crack in the hands of the people holding the weapon. The next morning, another secret surfaced, then another, and then another. By the end of the month, the group that once seemed untouchable no longer existed. People went their separate ways. Some disappeared quietly, others spent their time explaining themselves to everyone around them. And you were simply you simply continued living your life, not because nothing happened, not because it did not hurt you, but because you had learned a lesson many people never understand. Sometimes the greatest victory is not proving people wrong, it is refusing to become like them. In the end, what they sent to destroy you never reached its target. It turned against them, it found its way back to them, and the people who realized it were left facing the very consequences they had planned for someone else. Thank you so much for watching till the end. If this is your first time of coming across my channel, subscribe, click on the notification button, like and share. See you in my next episode.